Here we go. So we got
Hey!
the Fire Emblem is real. We're gonna be showing a Byleth versus Chrom matchup here. This will be interesting. We've not seen either of these characters from either of these players.
Hold
it's
on,
not gonna be in
hold
Town
on.
City though. Or maybe it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's a tag thing. It's a tag.
Tags.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it is actually going to be Town and City, and an interesting one really, because I actually think that this is a good pick for Chrom in particular. I think just because the potential to kill off the side with side B, if you're on the platforms potentially as well, that's always going to be a threat. Of course, Byleth running a bit of a slower situation. Chrom's kind of a rushdown sort of character, whereas Byleth, you know, Sakurai's own words, calls her the distance demon.
Yes, I mean the range that Byleth has is, you know, it always takes me by surprise anyway.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think if it weren't for Chrom's really fast fall speed, I think he would struggle to land against Byleth's massive up air, and obviously when Byleth's up close next to you, the up tilt is a great way to get you into that up air range, so I think you might be seeing a lot of that. And you can kind of see a similar situation where Cruella's trying for down tilts, and ooh, nice follow-up there. It is, yeah, it's kind of a learned skill trying to get the follow-ups after Byleth's up B. But Cruella going for a big one with that down air. Nice.
There we go. Again, that's just the distance is insane. You really think you're safe, but you're not, and that's something that I think Curly's going to watch out for.
I think so, yeah.
Perhaps not playing quite as methodically as I think he was in previous matches. He's kind of getting a bit more up close and personal.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's necessarily the best idea with Byleth, because although Byleth has range, they will also hit close up. You know, she does have some pretty useful things going up close and personal.
Yeah, no.
And of course, some really brilliant kill moves.
Yeah, definitely, and we saw that coming through. The tipper on the spear attacks is obviously super potent. I think what Chrom's arguably going to have to do here to get ahead is he's gonna have to play this like it's something that I think I was told about for Luigi players, where it's like you go in like a boxer. You get in, you do the damage, and then you get out.
Yeah.
You stay out of their danger range, because this mid-range is where Byleth excels. Whereas Chrom, you either want to be right in their face as much as possible, and not giving them any chance to breathe. Otherwise, I think you're not going to be as effective here. Roy is especially good at this, obviously, thanks to his sweet spots, and but that's some really nice empty hops there by Curly.
Okay.
Lovely.
It's just the speed, again, the speed in which Chrom can sort of send these hits out. It's hard to understand what he's actually going to do. You can't really read what he's going to do next.
He's very quick. Yeah, absolutely. And you find, because he's that quick, Cruella's having to preemptively throw out some attacks here. Like you find, it's kind of zoning, just throwing out swords, saying like, don't get into my zone. This is my zone. You're not allowed to get any closer. So it's a question of whether Curly's able to, you know, get through that zone as quick as he can. Get the damage and then get out.
And there we go. Again, it's just that distancing. I think it's going to be really hard for Curly to sort of adapt to that and keep away from Byleth. And then, but
wow,
there we go. Wow, it's lovely.
Yeah, really nice stuff there.
So right, this is why the Chroms come out. But we just need to see a little bit more of that, and I think a little bit more defensive play, getting out of the range of things like that, out of the range of spear.
Yeah, just like that. Just the zoning back is just saying like you gotta get out of there.
Each battle and a chance
like I say,
to grow.
you get in and you get out. Otherwise, you're going to be on the wrong end of that spear.
Exactly.
Looking like a fish.
And I think that's just the problem with playing against Byleth. I would suggest that perhaps the Mario would be better to bring back out again, because he seems more confident and collected with it, and I think he'd be able to take his time a bit more running up and going against the Byleth. I think it might be a smarter option. Oh,
yeah.
with
That
the
said,
Roy.
Okay. Honestly, doubling down, and I respect this as a move. I think because like now that he's a bit more familiar with the Byleth as a matchup, and he's got you saw that up B in tight spots. Roy's going to have a bit more success here, and will have a harder time zoning than they did last game. Roy obviously a little bit better, but like there's not much in it, but obviously Roy's recovery can afford to mix it up a little bit more than Chrom's.
And then I think the knockback really with Roy kind of allows for a little bit more time to breathe. You know, there we go. You know, take some time to consider what's going to happen and what Cruella's going to do next, and make sure that you can do something like that.
Yeah, make sure you know they're up close and hitting that sweet spot with the fair. Roy, obviously, an absolute terror on Town and City with that side B, especially on the platforms. He has the capability to kill very early. That high ceiling is not going to matter to someone like Roy, who always tends to kill off the sides, honestly. Byleth, of course, it doesn't really matter too much as a stage. Will benefit from the wider stage. Wow, that was too fast for Byleth.
And there we go, and this is what I'm saying. I just feel like the Roy takes a little bit more time than the Chrom to just appreciate what the next step's going to be, instead of kind of rushing in, rushing back out again, and getting stuck in that mid-distance play.
Yeah.
I think Curly's playing a little bit more sensibly right now.
Definitely. Unfortunate mistech there.
Wow,
yeah,
okay. A little bit more sensibly. I think probably the understatement of the century there. Beautiful.
What a great character change.
Yeah.
It's amazing how like a tipper, the difference that a tipper makes.
Wow.
And also I think the experience in the adaptability displayed by Curly there was really great, honestly, because instead of, I think, spending time in that mid-range where Byleth is genuinely at the most threatening, I don't think he ever left.
No.
He was up there. He's getting in the personal bubble. It was,
exactly, and that's the thing. I think it's Roy. I don't even know. I'm not technical enough to know what the difference really is, but it just seems to be more confident with him.
Yeah, I think when because Roy and Chrom are capable of some really nice combos. Obviously the sweet spot matters for Roy, and Chrom is you can hit with any part of the sword and it'll still have the same. And so with Roy, you've got to kind of be on it with your spacing. Chrom has a little bit more leeway at the cost of a slightly worse, a worse recovery.
So perhaps I think having to think about the spacing a little bit more is probably making Curly consider his actions a little bit more intensely than perhaps with Chrom, knowing that when he hits it out, it's going to hit him regardless. He's got to really plan out his attacks. Maybe that's actually improving the play, just making him really consider everything he's how to do it. That was
trade there because Cruella, I think, made the right call in going for the side view recovery, because Roy was all aggression there. Curly really going in, managed to get that side view to work. What? No, you can choose what direction it goes. You can choose what direction Dancing Blade goes. You're on production.
Well, there you go.
What are you doing?
We're getting chat from production.
That's nothing to worry about. I actually rate this pick by Cruella. I think Ganon kind of has an aura where it's I don't really want to make some mistakes here, or else I'm gonna get hit by something meaty.
You're gonna get Dorian.
Yes.
And if there's one thing you don't want to do is get Dorian.
Absolutely, you're gonna lose your stock a lot earlier than you'd like. And so now, Curly, I think, honestly, doing a good job of trying to keep the pace up. But honestly, I feel like the Cruella's just very familiar with Ganon and like that kind of like defensive play, that kind of like knows the ways in which Ganon can get in on an opponent. Knows like when you're in the corner how to pressure you.
Yeah.
The pressure game is fantastic. And,
there we go. And that's that's the difference there, right there. So wait, where are we at? So
now,
we're on 2.
Cruella getting the lead.
3-1. Is it 2-1? 2-1? So we're on 2-1.
2-1. Big time.
I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Cruella's Ganon is hard to beat for real. It is true. Red Joe got facts.
Yeah, I mean, like as counter picks go, you can absolutely do worse. Like Ganon, when played well, such a great pressure character. I think one of my favorite things that Cruella does at the ledge when you're hanging off ledge is they just sit in place and they just do some fast fall nairs. And like unless you're timing it right, you're gonna get hit and get killed for it. And Ganondorf Nair, arguably like one of his best moves, like really like solid, long-lasting move, kills. You can see why Ganondorfs make really great use of it. But Curly making I think a really good pick here, because Yoshi's Story being a small stage means Ganondorf doesn't really have much time to think. Corella's gonna have to be really on it with their defensive play.
And I think if Curly can come out with that play that he was going,
Unfortunate there. Yeah, I think it was the right decision to go down there and try and edge guard Ganon. But like for some reason, Corella's recovery as Ganon is honestly really great. You can kind of see like they really make use of absolutely everything: air dodge, second jump, and then the up B if they need to, or the side B if you find you're getting the opponent's getting maybe a little too aggressive at ledge. And here we go. So now, yeah, making great use of that nair. That's a great spot dodge by Curly. Does the run off fair? Cruella sneaking under that. Yeah, difficult situation. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Curly. That was like a punish handed on a silver platter, but not quite a silver platter.
I think the pressure is getting to him.
Had a couple of tough breaks as well. Like I think Clang there, really unfortunate, because that was that pivot cancel left tilt, really great reliable kill tool for Roy. But now has to take 2 stocks before Ganon can take 1, and Ganon is
he's ready.
He's ready. There are lots of decently quick. Oh, that's such another really good pivot cancel left tilt. And just catches with the dash attack. Yeah, good stuff there to Cruella. Ganon was the right call there. I think sticking with Byleth might have cost Cruella the set.
Yes.